Welcome to Wearing History. Today I have a sewing tutorial for you for the Begonia 1930s dress. We're going to be sewing the cape, which is the trickiest part of this pattern. Make sure you have your notches marked, and I've also drawn my seam allowances on so you can have better visual. Your hem should be done on the bottom of the cape first. Now I'm taking the shoulder inset pieces and I'm gathering it where it will attach to the shoulder. In this first method, we're doing a seam that goes right sides together, so match your notches, and the bottom of the cape should align about where that dot is. Ease this into place. Once you get to the corner, it should have a clip in it that doesn't go all the way to the seam line, but I have stitched that point where the clip is to reinforce it first. Now I'm taking a pin and marking right through the corner, and then right to the end of the point, making sure that I'm grabbing fabric. I'm doing a very small pin right there because you need to be able to maneuver that point. Once you get there, you're going to flip it around. Now match the notch there and the point on the shoulder near the neck edge, and then ease the gathers across so they're evenly spaced. Pin those into place once you've got the gathers how you like them. And then you're going to sew your 3/8 of an inch seam allowance across that shoulder edge and then down the straight part of the cape. Be careful in that little clip to not get it so where the fabric has a tuck. You may want to go and then stop, and then go and then stop. And when it is done, the right side of it will look like this. Nice clean point there, and the gathers at the shoulder. Now we're doing the second method, which is a lapped seam. To do a lapped seam, you're going to turn under the seam allowance towards the wrong side of the fabric. After it's pressed, it should look like this. Then you're going to take the shoulder piece and you're going to run your gathering stitches. Gather those up to approximately the width of the shoulder seam. And then you simply lap the seam on top of the other seam, matching those seam allowances so the cut edges are aligned. Sometimes it helps if you can baste or draw your seam allowance so you know exactly where it should line up. I'm doing the corner first because that is the most critical part of getting this to lay smoothly. After the corner is pinned on both the length and the width, I'm going down the long straight edge. And I'm pinning that to place. It really helps to do this on a table or a stable surface. Then I'm turning it, and I'm doing the shoulder, matching the seam up there where the notch is, and also to the point of the neckline. Pin that first, and then ease your gathers across to get them where you like them, and put another pin in place. Now you top stitch very close to the folded edge, and when it's done, it will look like this. This is what it looks like from the wrong side. You can see it's very close to the clipped edge. So those are the two methods to achieve a similar effect. Now you go right sides together, seam center front like this, press it open, turn up the bottom edge, and turn under the front between those marks, and then hem those to place either by machine or by hand. Now you're going to gather the two sides of the front and pull them up to the amount that's listed in your pattern. After you've got the gathers nice and smooth and how you like them, take it to the sewing machine and stay stitch those to place. When it's done, it looks like this. After this, you sew it to the neckline of the dress. Happy sewing!